How's it going, guys? TGS 2023 has just finished, and as such, the Capcom section, which was our most anticipated section, was shown, and we got a bunch of different games that they went through, and there was a Monster Hunter section, which had quite a large chunk of it about Monster Hunter now. However, I'm sad to say, everyone, I've got 2-6 with me as well, we're both sad to say, we're devastated. There was no Monster Hunter 6 announcement. The breadcrumbs did not add up this time, and I don't even know what to say. I was just... It's like when your dreams are crushed, you know?
It's not that deep. He's playing up at the moment. Like, he knew that like there was a chance of it like not happening, and even if it isn't happening, there's a Monster Hunter 6 somewhere down the line, either now or within the next like year or 2 years or so. It's like it's not that far away. It's just the way that there is nothing really happening for Monster Hunter now. That it would be nice to have something to really like talk about.
You know what it is though?
Mobile game.
The mobile game isn't like I have been playing it on the side, and it gives you a little bit of a Monster Hunter fix, but it's been a bit of a gap since since World, and obviously we had Rise and Sunbreak, which I really enjoyed, by the way, but we finished them, and there's not really much new stuff to do in that now, and it would have just been the perfect time to announce it. You know, we could have have something to look forward to, know what was coming up. Whereas now we're kind of in this limbo of, oh, I want to play Monster Hunter. Well, either you've got to load back up World, which to be honest still holds up, or jump back into Rise Sunbreak, which for me personally, you know, that was the last Monster Hunter that we played, so it's a bit too fresh for me to jump back into it and, you know, start over now. I'm glad that we put out the video we did a few days ago where we sort of clarified that, you know, these were all rumors and things, because obviously it turns out that they haven't shown it, and we hope that you guys saw that one because we didn't want to hype it up too much. Obviously we had our hopes up, but it doesn't always happen, as we saw today.
Yeah, I'm always going to get excited for new games being revealed as well, even if they are rumors as well. It's like the Switch is being rumored, Switch 2 is being rumored at the moment, and it's being rumored that it's powerful enough to play current gen titles like PS5.
That's crazy.
With, like
if that rumor's true, that's crazy.
And I'm excited about that. I'm going to always believe in that. I'm always going to, because I'm excited to play games and see the medium like push forward. So that's when, if it's not shown today, like say Monster Hunter wasn't shown today at like TGS, it was just nice to have something to look forward to, because without that show, it is just Dragon's Dogma carrying it for me, basically. At least I had like the spice and the kind of like intensity of, is Monster Hunter getting revealed? And then they did the 20th anniversary trailer and whatever. I know other people are going to be disappointed and like heartbroken, but it's a bit of the fun, you know? If you've been in games long enough, you get used to it.
That's just it. Like I enjoy the chance and the anticipation of it. It didn't pay off this time, but it's a fun thing to hope. And also, I think, which I'm sure you guys have seen across pretty much all of our videos, we do tend to be more on the optimistic side. You know, we like to think on the positive side of things. Which, if a game that we're super excited for has a chance to be shown, then I'm going to be excited for that, as will you 2-6. But can we just talk briefly about the 20th anniversary? Because they showed that it was like a small video to celebrate.
It's like basically the key art for the 25th anniversary, and that's like the art reel for all the hunters, and it essentially focused on the hunters throughout the years, or just the hunters from Monster Hunter. And it seems like most of the hunters were wearing flagship armor, or the title hunter from the case or the box from each iteration or generation of Monster Hunter.
Yeah, and they did this slow sort of reveal of each of the armor sets, and then they had one really close to the front that was just wearing the Origin armor set. So for a split moment, it was kind of like, it's a teaser for it. It's a new flagship teaser.
Yeah.
But it, you know, you look at it for not too long and you realize it's the Origin armor, which, you know, it was in World and Iceborne, it was in Rise and Sunbreak. It would have been nice if they teased something there, though, wouldn't it? If, like, I don't know if did we miss anything?
Maybe it is a teaser, because chronologically they were going through them in the order from like the old school ones to the new school ones. You can kind of see it with the closest armors. It's got I think it's got
Malzeno, and then Magnamalo. Then it was like Nergigante and
Velkhana, like right next to each other.
So they were in order, like, well, at least somewhat in order, like that.
So maybe they're alluding to like Monster Hunter 6 is going back to basics, or maybe they just don't want to show off the key armor at the moment or whatever for that game. But it'll be interesting to see what, if it means anything in the future, or if it doesn't mean anything, or we're just copiuming right now and be like,
it's
give us anything.
It's definitely copium, let's be honest.
So, yeah.
But no, it was just interesting because there was a split moment where I actually thought we were getting a tease, and I'm not sure if it was or not, to be honest. Like, it's not a new armor set basically, but it doesn't mean that armor set isn't going to be in Monster Hunter 6, or like you say, that it could be indicative of them going back to their roots, or something like that. Who knows, really?
Yeah.
But yeah, we just wanted to give you guys the update. TGS has happened. There was no Monster Hunter 6 news. There was some pretty spicy Dragon's Dogma news, as you were saying earlier, though, which I'm very excited for. So I'm personally, I've got something that to keep me going, you know, because I'm a massive Dragon's Dogma fan. But I just think it would have been so nice to get some Monster Hunter 6 news. And I wonder when the next time will be, because we do have the Game Awards coming up at the end of this year. Is that going to be the perfect time for them announcing it? We still don't have a Dragon's Dogma 2 release date, and we know from that financial call that they're expecting a million copy plus sale game to release within this financial year. So what is that game going to be? Because I think if Dragon's Dogma was going to be that game, they would have given a release date already, I would assume. Unless they plan to drop that at the Game Awards, I don't know.
Yeah. Supposedly, like, a lot of the information around the actual reveal was, like, mistranslations as well. So even that article, even though it came from a source that was Bloomberg, which should be a trusted source, and a Bloomberg analyst, wasn't necessarily all correct in what they were saying. But time will tell. There was also, like, leaks from Nvidia ages ago saying that the game was going to be there. There's so many other different things. There's other leakers saying that this game is coming soon, essentially. So there are other things pointing towards it, and I just think it's a given in terms of like the timeline that we will be getting a Monster Hunter soon. We have wound down on like Rise and Sunbreak, essentially.
Yeah, I just want to quickly. I'm going to give my thought, and then I want you to give your thoughts. But one thing that you kind of want to see in whatever the next Monster Hunter is, and I do want to give two things. I'm going to give two things. Okay? One, I want them to go more back to the roots a bit. I don't really want the wire bug in there, and I don't really want the clutch claw in there. I really hope that we can get sort of a more clean, simple Monster Hunting experience when it comes to those kind of additional mechanics layered on top that really change the pace of combat. That's just a personal preference, like Base World kind of was. And two, I would love it if there was some kind of revamped underwater combat system. You know, we haven't had that in a long, long time. And the idea of a revamped underwater combat system on the current gen, like graphics and stuff like that, there could be some crazy, like, cool stuff in that. That's my kind of wants for what the next Monster Hunter could be. But do you have any wants?
What, for the next Monster Hunter?
Yeah.
I just want to see some gameplay. I just want to see the game. I just want it to be real. I just want it to be real.
But tell us what you want, guys, as well. I'd love to see like what the sort of community feel is for how the next Monster Hunter game should be. Do you want the more Rise direction with the wirebug fast pace, flashy effects everywhere? Do you want the more base world, more slow, you know, paced combat, or the Iceborne combat with the clutch claw mechanic that adds another layer of depth but wasn't everyone's cup of tea sort of thing? But was there anything else to talk about? I think that was most of the stuff.
I just want to say, like,
segment.
When it comes down to us doing like rumors and bringing you guys this information as well, it's like our job to bring you this news. If it's around in this fair and it's just out there, we will report on it if we feel like it could lead to somewhere as well. So we always kind of make sure that you guys can make your own judgments on if you feel like it's going to come or not, and kind of give you that news. Sometimes it's right, sometimes it's wrong.
Yeah, it's like keeping you guys informed with what we're seeing and what we know, because some of the things that, you know, are out there on the internet, or when this information comes out fresh, not everyone has eyes on it. So we'll bring that stuff to you guys, but sometimes it doesn't happen like today. So you know, it's a sad day for a Monster Hunter fan. Anyway, guys, check out the 2 videos on the screen if you haven't already. We also have some Dragon's Dogma stuff coming soon that you won't want to miss out on, so stay subscribed down below. Check out these 2 videos and then tell us what you think after watching in the comments down below.
Bye-bye.